So, hello and welcome everyone to another session of KitKast. Today we have with us two very bright students of class 9A2 who recently participated for our school in National Convention of Student Quality Circle. So, let's learn how the convention was and let's learn how they fare over there. Okay, so please introduce yourself.
So I am Sijuka Basyal from grade 92.
And I'm Kavya Dhakal, also from grade 982.
Okay, so first of all, before going into this National Convention of Student Quality Circle, we need to know what is SQC. So, just from your perspective, what is SQC? Like, let's go with Kavya first, and then we'll get to Sijuka.
Okay, so Students Quality Circle SQC is a kind of circle that we form within students from our class to tackle specific problems that are plaguing us and to study and analyze those problems, then run implementation sessions on it and try to reduce it to as low as we can to make our academic life and the overall school environment better.
Okay.
So for me, SQC is a group of students working together to solve the problems that they as well as the students in the school have been facing. So this was our first time engaging in SQC, and us being a group and working, it was also a sense of teamwork. We got to learn about teamwork, dedication, and a lot of things. So I think SQC is also a branch for that.
Okay, so as it was a first year and you're still going to this National Convention directly, it's quite a journey that you have.
Yes.
So on this, so basically before you went to NCSQC, you went to a SQC hub also, a Pashupati hub.
Yes.
So how was the experience over there compared to this NCSQC?
It was pretty good. We didn't know much about what we had to do because that was the first time we did our case study presentation outside of our school. But overall, it was a really nice experience. Everything was really managed, and we got to learn a lot of things from the hub that we could implement on our national SQC.
Okay, so when was the NCSQC held? Like, when did you guys participate over there?
It was after Dosai.
After the Soviet, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so apart from like SQC hub, when you went to NCSQC, you get to involve in many activities also. So basically, just tell us about the reflection of your participation in NCSQC. How was the whole experience? This NCSQC, like I heard there are lots of school coming there, like a lot of school from
Yes.
all over the Nepal. So how was the experience? Just let's go with Kavya first.
Okay, so the experience we had in NCSQC, since it was a 3 days long program and we were selected to be in Group C, the first day we had the opening ceremony, and then before that we also marched in the SQC procession towards different areas of Noikap Chandragiri. And then after the opening ceremony, we all went to our respective workshops and we learned a lot about the specific fields that we had chosen there. So for me, it was videography, and the instructor we had there was very qualified, and they shared us a lot about different filmmaking and video making tools, and as well as explained to us about certain editing program, and we were also given an assignment to complete. And after the first day, it was a really good start to it. And on the second day, we had the collaborative and competitive activities. So the one I had chosen was collaborative story forming. And once we had reached the venue and we got started on that, it was a really good experience.
Okay, that's good. And Sijuka, your experience and reflection?
Yes, so it was a pretty great experience because this was the first time we ever got to go on a national convention that was based on SQC. So starting of the year, we didn't know much about SQC, but then we went to the HOV convention, and after Dosai, when we went to the national convention, we were kind of ready for what we were about to do. We were ready for our case study presentation, for our workshops, for our collaborative events as well. So as Kavya said, on the first day we had the workshops. So I had taken part in self-defense taekwondo. So through that we had different taekwondo masters. There were around 4 or 5 taekwondo masters, and they taught us different kinds of self-defense skills. So the second day I took part in collaborative quiz. It was quality quiz, and we got, I think, around 1 hour to answer there were around 5 to 600 questions, I think so, and we answered them digitally. And this third day, it was our case study presentation. Due to different kinds of circumstances, we got a little bit late, but we were on time to give our case study presentation. We gave our case study presentation, and we also got really good feedbacks from the commenters. So I think overall it was a great experience to go out of our comfort zone and to be a part of a program that consisted of so many schools around Nepal. So
Okay, so now let's go to the topic of the first day. Like you guys went to a separate workshop. So like there
Yes.
were different workshops and you went to that particular workshop. And so just let us know what happened in that workshop and what did you learn and what kind of experience you got from that particular workshop. So let's start with Sijuka first.
So I went to self-defense taekwondo, and as I mentioned before, we get a lot of like taekwondo masters. So the main like motive behind that self-defense taekwondo was to make us safe and to teach us self-defense that we can do in situations that might occur, that might be kidnapping or other cases, other scenarios on the society. So didn't have a lot of time to learn, more basics of taekwondo, but we learned the basics of like if someone grabs our hand or if someone tries to grab our neck. So what can we do as a self-defense skill to save ourselves from those situations? So overall, it was really nice, and we got to know about how we ourselves can deal with those situations if we got through them in real life.
Okay, that was good. And about yours, Kavya?
So the workshop I had was Introduction to Videography, and the trainer that we had there had recommended us all to download CapCut before the session. And during the session, we talked about different aspects of videography, like aspect ratios and frames and different types of shots that we can do, and we did a lot of visual learning there. And after that, we talked a bit more about editing tools and how we can best utilize them. And then we were given an assignment to click a 1-minute video of any kind there, and the session ended shortly as we had very limited time in the videography session as well. However, we did get to learn more specifically, like aspect ratios and frames and shots. These were all things that we had been hearing, however we had not been able to learn the proper definition of them. So I think that being able to learn the proper definition of them and the correct way to shoot, we also had a few equipment there, like different types of cameras and tripod stands and all, and it was really good being able to see how that is actually implemented.
Hello and welcome everyone to this another session of KitKast. Today again with me we have two another students who participated in NCSQC for our school. It's me, your host Ramchandra Giri, HOD of Science at Babylon National School, Santinagar, Kathmandu. Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jenish Baiju.
I'm Deepson Koirala.
Okay, so both of you participated in NCSQC, that is National Convention of Student Quality Circle. Before going there, let's start from the beginning. So is this your have you participated in SQC before, or this is the first year participating?
It's the first year.
Yeah.
So have you heard about SQC before?
No, it was a new word for us in the starting, but we got used to it afterwards.
Jenish, how was the experience of that district hub?
The district hub was a very great experience. We learned many things. We knew how to work as a team, and we improved on our skills of SQC.
Okay, so apart from that, like in NCSQC that you guys went, so there were a lot of school participating over there.
Yes.
So how was the overall experience? Before we'll go into deep details of those, but like how was the overall experience of NCSQC?
It was a great experience for the first time, and I would recommend all of the students to go at least one time.
Okay, and what about you, Dennis?
Yeah, it's the same. It was a very mesmerizing moments. So we loved it all.
Okay. So, like you mentioned, your workshop is rap artistry. So
Yes.
could you go on in details, what things you learned over there? How was the trainer over there? what sort of environment was there in that
Yes,
particular?
it was quite great environment. We learned about the rhymes, rhythm, etc. And the teacher was also very good. He was friendly and helped us a lot during that time.
And you mentioned you went for AI customization. So, what sort of workshop was that exactly?
So for that AI customizations, there were two sirs who were excellent in engineering of AI. They taught us about the customization of AI, how AI works, and some prompts, how to use them, and the basic of HTML, QBasic like that.
What about that collab? It's a collaborative activity, or like, did you have another friend from same school or different school? What was the pairing over there?
Like it was from two different schools, and as for the SQC's tag, elevate young minds, the topic and the theme was to elevate young minds, and we had to make a collage related to that. And it was a very fun experience as I met with a new partner. We had some sharing and we had a very good collaboration in the collage.
Okay, so like basically, you got to meet like a new friend over there, like who is not familiar with you, and you guys were to work together in a
Yes.
team to produce a collage over there in the particular theme. So on that one, like after you guys did your presentation, like so how was the overall experience of presenting in that particular group of new persons, like from different areas?
It was quite. Everybody felt nervous first of all, and we started to making friends there, and we were comfortable. Then we presented, and it went all good.
Okay, what about you?
As everyone was there for research and more knowledge, everybody learned about new case study and everybody learned from the mistakes.
Okay, so basically, just not just presenting, you guys were able to see different schools, their perspective on like different problems. So basically, after like involving in there, like seeing the whole SQC environment, how is it over all over the Nepal and all. So, what sort of suggestion that you guys would like to give your juniors, like your friends that are being involved but not properly being involved in this SQC?
Yeah, I think you should take it as a part of a lesson as SQC helps you to reduce the problem and you can apply it to your life and reduce your life's problem.
And what about you, Dipson?
Every student should do it once to help in the future to solve the problems in their life. That's it.
Okay. They said like they are planning to play a mentor type role. So what's the thinking behind that? Like a mentor to other students or something?
It's a good idea to the students that don't know about the SQC. We can make them know about them and take in part that we can help in future for them.
And what about you?
As we have the experience of the district level SQC and NC SQC, I think we will be able to mentor others and we can help them for the betterment of SQC.
Okay, so like I've asked this question to everyone. Like, what sort of challenges are there while participating in a SQC, like a SQC as a circle, as a group of like, particular students? So, what sort of challenges that you guys faced?
Time management is the biggest challenge because sometimes we didn't reach there on time, and we missed a lot of things. So it's the main challenges that we faced, and everything was quite good.
So, how has the XQC changed you? Like, what sort of difference is in between the Jenish that didn't know about SQC and Jenish that know about SQC, and same goes for Deepson also. So, what sort of changes have been made to you, like from SQC participation? Jenish?
As I already told, SQC cannot be implemented in the case study, it can be implemented to our life. So, as SQC teaches you how to solve your problems, I've been able to solve my own problems with myself, and I think this will continue, which has impacted my life in a very good way.
You, Deepson?
Everybody has many problems in their life. Before I used to feel irritated with the problems, but now I become cool and know about the problem in detail and try to make a solution for it.
Okay, that's good. Hello and welcome everyone to another session of KitKas. I'm your host Ramchandra HOD of Science at Babylon National School, Santinagar, Kathmandu.
Hello everyone, my name is Sudhansu Dutta, a member from Luna SQC from 982.
Hello everyone, I am Kavya Sharma. I am also a member of Luna SQC from 9A2.
Okay, so first of all, before we go into this NCSQC participation, this being your first year of participating in a SQC,
Yeah.
so how was the experience? Let's start with Sudhanshu first.
So the experience was really good and I enjoyed it a lot. And when I first went to the SQC, it was an awkward moment for me, and it took me a time to understand what was happening. And after that, I enjoyed it really.
Okay, what about you, Kabe?
This was our first year, so we didn't know what will happen in that SQC, so we were kind of like, we didn't have confidence that much, like we were kind of scared what will happen. But after that experience, we were very glad that we participated there, and we are really wonderful, happy now.
Okay, so basically in a group, like a circle, Luna SQC circle, you said just now. So who came up with that name?
We came up with that name. We did selection for that name. We came up with many names, and we took Luna as our group name because we did a voting session and Luna came with the highest vote.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Like basically right now, and then you guys participated in a district hub also, yeah?
Yeah.
So before we go into NCSQC, how was the experience of that district hub?
It was really good. The SQC in district was really organized and it was well managed.
Okay, what about you, Kaba?
It was very good, it were organized, and it helped us to know more about SQC. And
So after the say because we have a vacation over here, so were you able to meet with any other of your group friends in between, or like you guys just came up after vacation and then meet with others and decided to work on this to go to NCSQC?
In the middle of the vacation, we did online meeting and where all of our members sat down and discussed about that.
Okay, so how was the experience? Just before we go into details of this NCSQC, how was the experience of NCSQC for you guys? Like Kavya, have you participated in this kind of activity before?
no, I didn't participated in this kind of activity before. It was my first time participating in this big competition. There were more than 75 schools there, and it was very wonderful. It made us familiar with a lot of things that we were not familiar before.
Okay, what about you, Sudhanshu?
This is also my first time going to a national hub of SQC, and I was really amazed when I heard there were more than 75 schools that are coming and showcasing their SQC presentation.
Okay. So what about the school that you guys went to? How was the school's environment over there?
We went to Bright Future School and it was really huge. I was
Yeah.
amazed when I went there.
Okay, and what about you, Kabe?
The school was organized and it was very big and huge, and it was very good experience to go there. And
So, and basically in this SQC, you guys will come up with the problem and then get to the solution part. And any particular solution that you guys that was an innovative solution, like that kind of thinking.
We, for our topic vandalism, our main SQC challenge, we did many things to complete it, to reduce the number of vandalism in our school. And the most innovative part we did in our school was hosting an art competition in which many students participated and they did their best in the art. They made poster.
And basically, before you go into, I go into Kavya's perspective. From that, in that particular NCSQC presentation, the different school from different district came up with the solution. Any particular solution of those studies that you really liked?
No, all others were really average and they were good.
Okay, what about you, Kavya? Anything that you?
there many students have came up with different solution for their different problems. And there was one school which made a like short film to like encourage the students to not fall for that problem. So I like that solution because it can motivate student digitally.
Okay. How would you sum up with this whole experience, like this 3 days experience that you guys did? Like, how would you sum up with like this whole 3 days to another students, like another friends that did not go there? So, how would you sum up this whole experience?
This was a very wonderful experience, as this was our first time like doing this kind of activity, and it was very fun to do this. And it can like increase our confidence on communication skill, etc. It can like make us a better person from what we were before. And I suggest the juniors to also follow like can like follow this SQC, because they can also be a better person what they were before, and can um, increase their education skills and confidence.
As
Mhm.
Kavya said, it boosts our confidence and our thinking. It also makes our thinking more critical, more precise, and it will help all the students if they join SQC to think more precisely and how to solve the problems more effectively.
Okay.
Another is convincing the parents and teachers to let us involve in this kind of activities, because when we involve in this kind of activity, our like academics can be like left over from like before. So like our parents may not agree, but if we can, if our administration can make like convince them and like
Help them understand.
help them understand, it would be very good for like juniors and the upcoming generation who are gonna perform SQC.
How has the SKC been benefited to you, Sudhansu?
So MMQTPA part was just, it was some questions that determined that how smart you are, how good you are, how much you fit in the society.
And so basically, like after SQC, like Sudhansu before SQC and Sudhansu after SQC, are there any differences?
Yeah, Sudhansu before SQC was less confident, less critical thinking, but after SQC he has become more confident and he has developed more critical thinking.
So that wraps our session for the today, and we had a very wonderful session, and we'll come up with this kind of session, this KitKat session continuously. So to tune into those kind of sessions, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time. Goodbye.